Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Drop the Mic versus Mesh, and this is going to be a post-BODE format video, and with that being said, let's just hop right in. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to see Drop the Mic win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and decide to go first. 40 versus 40, gotta love to see it. Opening hands, we have Lily, Nib, Kelsey, Parallel, and Valor. So going first, they do open up combo, and then going second, they would have had hand traps, and then they have Prank Kid, Field Spell, Poly, Crossout, Water, and Roxy's. So their hand is definitely not bad going second. This will help chain block. This will help play through stuff. So we're going to go ahead and see them normal summon effect, and then special summon out the Frost from the deck. Card's very good. It's way better to start off with this one than it is this one, just because of that. And then go ahead and summon that out. Effect, special summon out from the graveyard. Get rid of those, go into this, and then effect, special, effect will draw one. Draw into secret password. It's not very good. Go for Trouble Sunny, parallel effect, summon out parallel from deck, and then they're going to go for Babuska. They are locked into Fiends, so it's not like they could go for other stuff like Abyss Dweller. Go for Babuska, activate secret password, go grab Sunny Snitch, and then activate that, and that will grab the extender for the Kelsey just for like next turn. And then this is also going to make it harder for you to actually get gamed, since it's going to put a bigger life point difference up. Like, it's crazy. Like, the life point difference with this card is ridiculous. The amount of times I have not been able to game my opponent because of this card actually is like made me mad, because then I actually have to like play the game out instead of just like OTKing, and it's like, ugh, so much work. Draw Imperm. Okay, that's not bad. They're going to go ahead and Imperm the Babuska. Something that you want to know about Trouble Sunny, if you read it, says you contribute this card, special summon a Kelsey monster and or a Lily monster from your graveyard. So if they start off their turn and they activate Imperm on Trouble Sunny, you don't special summon both of these back. You strictly just go ahead and you summon out Kelsey, so that way you can Kelsey effect at any point in time to summon out the Lily, and then Lily to pop one. It's usually what you do. I think it's pretty good. You want to make sure that you know that, though, if you're playing this deck, or even if you're playing against it, you have to like think, is it worth Imperming here? And then they're going to activate Field Spell. Field Spell goes Search, and then they're going to get their graveyard effect here of Frost. So Banish Frost, draw on the Talents. Sadly not a hand trap, but it'll be good next turn. Activate Poly, get rid of those, go for Rocket Ride, and then we're going to have a bunch of effects trigger here. So they're going to get Roxy's, Water, Rocket, go ahead, Gang 1000, summon out Fire, Banish, Draw. Kind of sucks to draw a cross out there, you know, it's only once per turn. And then summon. They're supposed to gain life points there, yeah. And then activate Trouble Sunny effect, Tribute to go ahead and summon, and then effects will activate, so they are going to draw and pop the Rocket Ride, and then draw into a Sunny Snitch. Also, it can get ridiculous once you have like multiple of these up. It is a once per turn, so like you can't put multiple up turn one. I wish you could, but like over time, just having more of these put up even makes it like harder for you to lose. Go for Doodle, and then they're going to activate those effects. Go ahead and chain Valor on Doodle, and then they're going to go ahead and burn. They get to gain life points. Well, they already did that. And then summon. Yeah, minus 500, and then plus 4. Then activate Nib effect. Chain Crossout, go ahead and hit Nib. So get rid of those, go for Doodle. And then, yeah, they take 2, they gang. Battle phase, attack over. Also, these effects can only be activated during the main phase to special summon back. That's another thing that you want to know. And then they're going to go ahead and attack over. Then main phase 2, Doodle effect, Tribute, add Fusion Spell, and add Water. Set. So, yeah, I guess this is okay. I mean, they have Fusion Spell here, but Babuska is going to go ahead and be live next turn, though, which is going to be difficult. This was under the Veiler, so they couldn't like bow wow underneath it and then use this doodle effect in main phase 2 to tribute off to add back and have like, you know, the full combo. They're going to go ahead pass, draw Kelsey, drawing a lot of engine here, detach off Babushka, and then normal summon, special summon out, tree with its effect. And then go ahead and go for this, effect, special summon back out from the graveyard, and then effect the pop, and what? Yeah, there's a little misclick there. Go ahead and pop the doodle. Then activate Sunny Snitch, go search, activate Trouble Sunny effect, banish, get rid of this to go spin, and they just emit defeat there. So going on into game 2 now, we are going to see Mesh, the Prank Kid player, be going first. Opening hands, we have Evenly, Ash, Lily, Contact C, and Frost. So they actually opened up the starter and the extender without opening up like any of the search cards. This is a very consistent deck, by the way, when it comes to like opening up a starter. Like, I'm pretty sure the deck can run 15 if you want to like max out on them. Obviously you don't want to, but you can play like 3 Lily, 3 Kelsey, 3 Secret Password, 3 I forget the name. It's not Trouble Sunny, that's the link, right? Or is it Sunny Snitch? I don't know. It's one of the two. And then you can also play the 3 Home, which summons out from the deck. So you can play 15 starters if you want to in this deck, and a lot of those also act as extenders. So definitely a very consistent deck, depending on like how you want to build it, how you want the ratios to go, what other engines you're playing in the deck. But this hand is not bad. And then they have Fusion Spell, Ash, Called by Field Spell, Judgment. So they're going to start off by activating Field Spell, and then Field Spell, go search out Wind. And then normal summon Wind. Contact C is going to get dropped on the opponent here. Definitely pretty good there. Set Judgment, set Called by, pass, draw Veiler. And then they're going to go main phase, end of main phase, battle phase, end of battle phase, evenly. Go ahead and smack stuff. They're going to keep their Judgment set. Normal summon, and then that's going to get hit with Judgment. And then just pass turn. Draw Instant Fusion. And then pass, draw Droplet. And then set Droplet, pass, draw Fire. And then normal summon out Fire, turn that into a Meow. They could have Instant Fusion to like go ahead and chain block. Then Ash that, activate Instant Fusion, and then Instant Fusion is going to summon out Weather Washer, and then get rid of those for Doodle. Doodle effect, chain Veiler, and then battle phase, attack, and then pass turn, draw Imperm, and set Imperm, pass, draw Judgment. Yeah, that's an extremely good draw there. Then they're gonna go ahead, set, pass, draw Sunny Snitch. That was it. This is the like another one of the starter cards. They're gonna Ash it, and then set Frost, pass turn, draw Water, and then normal summon out Water. And then get rid of those, go for Doodle, effects, chain Imperm. Honestly, yeah, like you just let that go through. You just save Judgment. And then summon out Wind. And then they're going to turn those into a Bow Wow. And then they're going to get Wind effect, dump, summon out Roxy's, battle phase, attack over the Frost, pass, draw Nib, try to pass. They're going to activate Bow Wow effect, tribute itself instead of tributing Meow from the graveyard. But now going on to game 3, we are going to see the live twin, evil twin deck be going first. Opening hands, we have Nib, Ash, Torrential, Ash, Torrential. Wow, I just sat there last game talking about how consistent this deck is. And now they're going to get a hand like this, making me look like a doofus. And then they're going to have Nib, Bell, Dark Ruler, Terraforming, and Water. So, I mean, this isn't like super bad. Pass, draw Poly, and then they're going to activate Terraforming. So Terraforming, go search out Field Spell. Field Spell can help play around Torrential. Activate, go search Wind. Activate Poly, get rid of those, go for Rocket Ride. And they don't do it. They soiled it. Yeah, like there's just like no point of using like Field Spell Chain Link 3 there. Like, you could have also put this on the chain and just like completely dodged like Ash anyways while also dodging Torrential more. Could have made it so that way you got a doodle search, so that way you had more follow-up. But yeah, they don't want the follow-up. Maybe they don't know. I don't know. Like, you may as well play around Torrential there, right? Like, you may as well do it. And honestly, Torrential is, like, decently popular in this deck. They may not know it because this deck isn't actually, like, out yet with the new Link 4, but I've seen a lot of people playing Torrential in this deck. It's honestly, like, becoming more and more common. But, I mean, they should have just played around it there. They could have at least got a doodle search, and that could have searched, like, a field spell for a follow-up. Then pass. Holy. Go ahead, normal summon that out. Effect. And then that's going to summon this. And then go ahead and get rid of those. Effect, special summon back. And then turn those into that. Effect. And then, yeah, they're going to let this go through. They're not going to bell this or anything. Summon, effect the draw. And then they draw into a Sunny Snitch. And then go ahead and drop Nib here. Yeah, I mean, the draw was fairly good there. So they're going to activate that and then go search. And this will be a follow-up play. Pass, draw Dark Ruler. No pranks or anything. Even if they had a prank, though, like, they just weren't playing. Pass, draw. They choose to attack over the token. Maybe they should have just left it there, so that way they had to, like, switch to attack and attack the nibs, so that way they can, like, summon an effect. So if you read what this card says, it says, if this card is normal, summon a special summon, and you control no other monsters. So they would have been forced to, like, crash nib token into nib, so that way they can main phase 2 play with this. I mean, they drew the extender anyways, so, like, didn't really matter, but we're going to go ahead and summon out. And then turn those into the Link. Link effect, try to summon, bell, and then activate Sunny Snitch. And then this will go ahead and search out from the deck to the hand. They're going to grab Treat, which is going to be the extendies here, summon out, and then go ahead and turn those into the other Link. Effect, special, effect the draw one, and then that draws in the secret password. And then get rid of those to go for the Trouble Sunny. Battle phase, attack over. I'm so happy that they gave this card like 33 attack. Like, it's so solid. If they wanted to, they could have attributed there to go ahead and, like, summon back, poke for 22, and then main phase 2 link in the Trouble Sunny. But that plays into, like, a gamma there, and you don't really need to do that in this scenario. You're in a pretty strong spot. Pass, draw called by. This card is insane versus Trouble Sunny. I don't know why they admitted defeat there. This card is absurd versus Trouble Sunny. Like, they could have just went pass, and they would have went, okay, end phase, effect, tribute, chain called by, and then you put them on they need a starter. Like, you don't know they have secret password. You could have at least tried there. I mean, I would have. You had Dark Ruler anyway for, like, follow-up. Like, if you draw a Prank Kid, you're not in a bad spot. You haven't gone through Meow yet. You can chain block through Ash with your field spells, so I mean, even though they'd probably outfield spell if they had, like, their engine going, but still, they could have tried, but they said, nope, we're holding the L. Not playing around Torrential, unfortunate. A lot of people don't play around Torrential with Prank Kids, though. A lot of people just don't know how to. They forget that Torrential is a when effect. The last thing on the chain to happen has to be a summon. So if Chain Link 1 is field spell, like messing with the level or messing with the attack, then the last thing to happen just isn't a summon. So you can play around Torrential with that. Definitely something you want to know. If you didn't know that, now you do know that. You can do that with other decks too. Like Virtual World can play around Torrential just by simply activating like a Lulu effect, because Lulu dumps, summons, and then searches. So the last thing to happen isn't a summon, it's a search. So then they can't Torrential. Same with like a lot of the other Virtual Worlds too, besides like GG, Roshi. I guess like there's not like a lot of the other Virtual Worlds, but like Kieran, Lulu, is that it? Yeah, that is it. I guess there really isn't that many like Virtual World hand effects. There's 4. 6 of them play around Torrential and 6 of them don't. But that match was only 20 minutes long. It I feel like that was like a solid 16-minute, 48-second long video up until this point. That's a guess, by the way. I'll never forget the day that I actually guessed how long the video was. The first guess was 1 second off, and then the second guess was directly on, and I was like, there's no way. Everyone's going to think I'm cheating at this, but I'm just insane. I was so good at guessing how long the videos were back then, because, like, it was every day for, like, it was like 2 months, 3 months long. I was like, I'll get this in a week, and then it took months long, but we were so close multiple times. Then we finally got it that one day. That was hype. But there's not really too much more to talk about here. I can't wait to actually see this stuff come out. I think the pure version of this deck is kind of buns, and I think the Dogmatica build of this deck is also kind of buns. I don't think this deck, like the engine right now, is going to be like super strong in the metagame. I think in the future it'll be something that like a lot of people forget about, and then it's just going to come in like top of YCS and get like top 4, and people are going to be like, what? And then this deck will just like randomly start being played more. But I think it needs like a stronger engine. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually get that. It sucks that like the links cut you off and make it so you can only summon fiends from the extra deck, and like you have to control no other monsters to activate the stuff too. So it can be kind of rough. I don't think this would work with the Brave token stuff, right? Because the Griffin says you have to have a token on board to negate, if I'm correct. So if you have to have the token on board, yeah, like this stuff definitely would not work with the Brave token stuff. Definitely not work with the Brave token stuff or the Destiny Hero package. I'm just trying to think of like very generic packages, engines that are out. It does work with the Dogmatica stuff, but I already tested that out. It doesn't seem super strong. I haven't tested out the Eldritch version of this deck yet, but I already think I know how I'm going to feel about that build. Because I don't think the Eldritch cards are going to be very strong in a deck like this. I think the Eldritch card, like the Eldritch deck, would probably be better by itself in just like trap form than in a deck like this. But who knows? Who knows? We'll find out. You don't have to play like these cards in the deck too. You don't have to play like any of like the brick cards. You can just play like straight starters, and then just like play it kind of like how it was used to be played. But now you would also just have like the Trouble Sunny. But yeah, and you'd have like more starters too. Because now you don't have to like secret password in the home. You can secret password in the Sunny Snitch. I think it's good to at least play one home in the deck though. I think it's like mandatory at least one of. But with that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.